What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk L1 Q1. What did the task force team do? What have they done with those funds, as well as taking a look at some of the statistics on Lunar Classic, what's happening to those validators, and much, much more, all in this video. No drama, just facts. If that's something you like, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date with everything in crypto and Lunar Classic, and let's dive right into this video. So taking a quick look at the global cryptocurrency market, we currently sit at a $1.23 trillion market cap, with Bitcoin hovering around 29,958. We got pretty good CPI data coming out, 0.1% year on year, which is actually a pretty good result. Now, we have the Chappella upgrade going live in less than an hour. We're going to see what happens to that. Currently, by the rumor, sell the news, Ethereum pushing towards that 1950 range, up nearly 1%, and bucking the trend of the market. We've actually seen a 1% increase in Ethereum dominance out there right now. But we're not here to talk about that. Join me in the live stream, though. We'll be live all night for that. But Terra Lunar Classic, up volume, $90 million right now. 12.55 is the price. Market cap, 740. Things are turning green for Terra Lunar Classic. And you're not seeing this. A lot of people still are in the world of drama and all that kind of stuff. But look, there is some fundamentals here that we're starting to see build out. We have some core things happening that people absolutely need to be aware of. But 70 million, remember, this is supported therefore by the Binance burn incentive. We're about 2 weeks away from getting their next burn, so pretty exciting with that. So we know that Lunk Burnami is the kind of community manager for the L1 task force team. They completed their Q1, which came in under budget, and they've promised they've returned the surplus from Q1, which is a $233.7 million Lunar Classic. Funds have been sent to the community wallets. We'll see that tomorrow as that pulls in there. We can see it here from the transaction data being sent back to the community wallet there. So good news all in all. Now, a lot of people will say, well, it's great that we return the funds. Again, what is coming next? We know Tobias obviously walked away. We know we're currently recruiting for a new dev onto the L1 team. So look, time is going to say, but it says, we strive at the pleasure of the community and strive to continue to bring them quality work. As mentioned at the end of the quarter report, a detailed summary will be provided this week outlining all transactions and expense receipts. That's going to be very interesting as that comes out, where we see where that money is gone. But for me, again, a real sense of transparency. They've put the money back in. Again, we have to see what this next kind of Q2 looks like as we start to build out, as we see a potential onboarding of some new devs. And at the same time, we continue to remove supply and continuing to build with Terra Lunar Classic. So when we talk about building, obviously burning is a critical part of the ecosystem. Again, Binance burn coming in about 2 weeks. We see at the bottom here, we're just starting to see a slowdown in the amount of burns. Only about 150,000 sent to the burn wallet. Cremation Coin, though, doing their 18.6 million burn yesterday. And here are where we sit currently. Obviously, Cremation Coin looking to potentially move up to the 6th place. All nodes, we've not seen an all nodes burn for quite some time. LunkDAO and Mexi, again, other exchanges that have been supporting us and validators. But burns are imperative to continue to move the supply. What is also imperative is the staked Lunar Classic. Now, I talked about this yesterday. We still see 616 million Lunar Classic restaked here on the network, and our supply down 23 million. So we still are coming down. Block time still at 6.2 seconds, which is pretty crazy to think about. But we don't actually see the L1 team. That's why I was saying it's going to come in tomorrow. If we go on the 7-day, we are seeing the community move up slightly. We'll get that official kind of announcement tomorrow, and I'm sure we will see that back into the community pool, which allows us to build out, allows us to continue, whether that be down the route of the repeg of the USTC, and some great proposals coming out, funding the L1 team. Remember, with Zaradar not being in it, it is slightly cheaper, albeit depending on what comes through the door. And I think that's kind of a really important point that we probably need to discuss a little bit, is actually if we get the right person with the right mindset and the right credentials, then actually in some respects they might be worth their weight in gold. This is a really key part. Not only do they need to be able to build on the blockchain, they almost need to be that figurehead, that manager that brings them all together, that real driving force behind absolutely doing the right thing for Lunar Classic and really making some difference. If we take a look at the chart on Lunar Classic, I talked about this yesterday, that I do think we are in for a potential push up out of the market. Booking the trend right now, 0.17, 3 days in the green. We're starting to see the 7-day come potentially come across that 20-day, which would be fantastic around here. We could then potentially see this come and test the downward wedge, and then we potentially could even see a breakout for Lunar Classic. It's all going to depend, in my opinion, what happens with ETH, what happens with the Chappella upgrade, because that will ultimately depict where people's funds go. But I think certainly as we build out, Terra Lunar Classic still holding pretty strong. A lot of people still like to call this a dead project. 100 million in volume. What anything we need to do, get the L1 team all firing all cylinders, get rid of the drama, focus on the goals, continue to burn, and I think we could be some exciting stuff coming out with Lunar Classic very soon. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Are you still bullish on Lunar Classic, or do you think that ship has sailed? As ever, thank you so much if you made it to the end. Be sure to subscribe if you want to pick up some Lunar Classic, as well as some fantastic new great projects. Check out the links in the description. Mexi giving away $100 for signing up with their platform right now, as well as $9,000 in bonuses. All you got to do is deposit on their platform and trade, and you'll get those bonuses. But as ever, thank you so much. See you on the live stream.